Hi, this is BB. Um, so I had my aunt back in my home country. Um, sorry, they're boxes because I got the monitor, not the monitor, the desktop, then a replacement. So I have to ship it back through UPS. So excuse the boxes. Um, I checked in my home country. My aunt, I gave her power of attorney because I was working on this, trying to find out what happened to my father's money, well, which is my money because it was both. It was in both of our names. Um, go to the bank. We had bought shares in the bank. Shares with when the bank became public, we bought shares in the bank. I remember meeting him at the bank because he used to ride a bicycle. I took a minibus. I got to there and we signed it. So both our names are on it. And now my aunt can't find any trace of it. Now my father could not have cashed those bonds in without me knowing. And he could not have closed the account without my consent because my name was on it. They can't have no record of it. They can't find any trace of the bond either. That's why I know this whoever is hacking me, they've they've messed up that they've gone to that country and they've messed stuff up in that country. It's just an international organized crime. This is an international thing. Who is from that country as well. So I called him and I said, let me ask you, run this by you. He actually told me something. He said that there's a scam that's going on over there now. I think it's people from here doing it, or maybe people. Yeah, both. There have to be people over there who are sourcing these properties or products or whatever, and the people over here is using the hacking skills, whatever. People come over here. This is the U.S. They come over. They want to build a life. They want to build a foundation. There are people in my country who are wealthy by the world standards. They're wealthy. They have cattle. They have all kinds of things, but they want the U.S. experience, and they will leave their homes. Might leave someone in the home. Then after a couple of years, that person comes over here too. The house is vacant. What's happening now is that people are going, this my friend said, and he works for customs in my country, so he has an idea what he's talking about. And not just like a baggage handler or whatever. He actually works. He has a supervisor. He's at a supervisory level. So he they're going to wherever you pay the taxes for the house, and they're asking, well, how many years taxes is owed on this property. They pay the taxes, they get the money that they put in their name, and then they sell the house to, I don't know if a person from that country or somebody from here. It's like an international scam now because they're gonna do that in most of these third world countries. My country is rich. I haven't said where my country is. It's rich. We have a lot of gold. We have a lot of diamond. It's a very rich country. And the gold and the diamond is what's going to attract a lot of people. So they got these big houses, large ranch farm. There's lots of farms, like lots of land. So when they're selling, they're going to sell the land and everything. And of course, it's got to be some people from the country who are finding out. It's like, well, this neighbor down the street is gone for how many years? That one has been gone for how many years? The house is vacant, and these people are knowing what to do now. It's like a format they use. a format, I guess, like a checklist they go through. Well, we do X, Y, Z. They put the house in their name. I guess if you pay the rates and taxes, they put the house in your name. I don't know. And then they sell the house. People go back now for a vacation. There's somebody else living there, and they're claiming they own it. Because I don't think you can sell a house that's not yours. So whoever bought it under fictitious. They got gypped, is what I'm saying. I don't know. The people want them out as soon as possible because they can't, you know. So there's a buyer beware there as well. Because if I went back home and wanted to buy a house, I'd have to be damn sure that I'm buying a house that's not caught up in a scheme like this. It's actually being sold by the owner of the house who has the right or the legitimate means to sell the house. So I want to know if they're forging these things. Like, okay, they go and they pay the back taxes. But to sell the house legally, don't you have to have something that says, well, the house was gifted to you or given to you, you had some sort of power of attorney, or you have some sort of will? There has to be something. You just can't sell the, how does the court system pass that? I don't understand. Because it's not squatting. They weren't squatting there for a number of years. I don't think the squatters' rights automatically give them rights. I don't know. That they own the property outright. So they have to prove also that the people are deceased, that the people don't want it anymore, because it doesn't make any sense. If there's no will, there's no power of attorney, how are they able to do that? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's a scam going on. And they said somebody who took power is actually clamping down on this a lot because it's not right. It's a crime in my country. It's a crime anywhere. But my stuff is missing. There's no hide nor hair of it. See, estimate the hacking. Be careful. And then she's telling me, you know, she could take all my money. I wish she would, because then I will have I will know. They will know 100%. Well, yes, the same thing happened there is happening here. It's got to be what? The same person. It's got to be the same person. So, with that in mind, you know, she can, and she won't leave me alone. I only found that out this morning. This is the funny part. My aunt would have found this out like over a month ago. This is the thing. My dad's name was spelled right on his birth certificate. My dad's name was spelled right on his marriage certificate to my mom. My dad's name was spelled right on his ID card. But it was spelled wrong on my birth certificate. And he never noticed it. What do you think about that? This was just a stall. This was just a stall. For what? So she can keep herself here and amused. It's like what I'm trying to do is like I'm caught almost in like this woman's crazy, like she's insane, and I'm caught in this push pull tug of war with a freaking psychopath. That I did not know she was a psychopath. I have no desire to be in a push pull tug of war with her. Advantage over me because she's attacking my business, turned my life upside down. And I'm finding out more and more everything is gone. Not everything is gone. Let me rephrase that. Everything has been stolen. Everything has been stolen. Because I refuse to believe that she's doing all this to me and it's somebody completely different doing that. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I wanted to make this short video, and there's a whole thing going on. So, if you have friends who are people like neighbors, friends, co-workers who are from a third world country, warn them to check on their houses if they have property back there. Because if they're doing it in my country, my old country, they're going to be doing it in others too. So they got to be careful. They're selling the houses. It's a whole thing. So yeah, and the bank can't find any, and they looked on the computer. But I need them, I'm gonna have to have them look on their paper files because they will find it on their paper files. I don't think they will throw those away. They have to have somewhere to archive things, so they have to find it on a paper file. Because then something is wrong. I'm saying this because I'm hoping this will stop and she will just leave me alone. Again, people are being targeted every day. But I'm of the firm belief that there's different motivations behind it. Some people are probably being targeted or being used as guinea pigs for the army, for these things to be tested on. I don't doubt that. It has been done before in history, in American history. It's probably being done again. Some people are being targeted, driving while black or colored or whatever, or, like an activist, an outspoken person. I get it. There are all kinds of things. But in my case, the people who were robbed me blind, they want to they want to hide under this umbrella. Why? Because nobody is doing anything about it. You know that, I know that, and so do they. So they know they can do all this crap to me and pretend it's some live streaming something somewhere. So let her believe that this is it. Why would she do this? I don't understand. Why would they do this? I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. Something needs to be done about this. Something needs to be done. Any suggestions? Let me know. Thank you. And again, I apologize for the boxes and my old couch. It's all I could afford, but that's okay.